once again, you guys look incredible, matching your works. And yeah, I'm always amazed by your incredible sense of fashion and sense of occasion. So here at Decorex 2025, there's such a remarkable kind of connection between the clothes you guys are wearing and the work that you're producing, celebrating color, celebrating like happiness and joy. So thank you for giving us such a visual treat. And I wanted to ask you, what is the connection between the fashion that you guys wear and the design process that is behind your work?
I come from a fashion design background, so it's deeply embedded in how I look at design and what I wanted to communicate. And always loved fashion. Growing up, we would wear traditional outfits like Punjabis and Kobe choice, and they're very bold and like very vibrant in color with all the embellishments. So that's kind of translates into our work. It's part of who we are, and we're trying to communicate the joy and celebration.
Yes, and it's also when even though we're doing homeware, if we're looking at fashion or other design disciplines and how color and texture is used, if we can merge it into homeware and design, I think it adds like more layering to what we do. And that's it's something we enjoy to like cross over the two.
There is a bit of a blurring of boundaries here.
Yes.
And when I look at your products, yes, I can see homeware, but I can also see with the drapery in the background and your furniture, there is a very strong connection with fabric, with texture, and that doesn't only exist in the so-called homeware space.
Yes.
It definitely blends into the fashion space, into architecture, into interior design. Do you guys see yourself in any specific category of design, or
We call ourselves a multidisciplinary studio. So we don't want to box ourselves. That's like when we started, that's what we wanted, to have the freedom to explore different disciplines and just have fun.
And I think in our previous career paths, she was a fashion designer, I was a graphic designer, and it felt like that's all you were doing, and you were in this box. And if you wanted to go beyond the box, you didn't know how or what that would be like. So with our studio, we kind of have that freedom, and then we get to like experiment and play, and we don't have to be too specific about what we end up creating.
I really like that idea that you can start off in one specific industry or direction, or let's call it a category of design, and find your way into a totally different area where you're completely distinguishing yourself. So your pieces are made with incredible care. There's almost an awareness of making and craft that goes into every single piece. But then again, I can sense your appreciation or your experience working with pattern and graphics and working with fashion and taking that into something three-dimensional like an object. How did you decide on the idea to make vases? Because you don't see a lot of designers working with a medium like that, or choosing vases. So what led you to that end result?
You don't even remember.
So we were looking. I think we were looking at our bead artist's glue beading technique, and to do that technique, they generally use a solid surface. And I think we were thinking about, because at the moment they kind of make coasters. That's their signature with that technique. And I think we thought, what can we do that is flat in a way, but is a form? And then we also created the layered base so that there was like more dimension to it. And I think we also love flowers, and we love like the color and the joy it brings to a space. So it was, I don't know exact moment how we came to this, but
evolution.
yeah.
I love that. For me, flowers signify a sense of occasion, a sense of celebration.
Yes.
And I think your pieces have that same joy and same sense of, like, why not make an event out of, or a spectacle out of this moment?
Yes.
Is that something you thought of when you were designing the pieces?
I think in general, like we really believe kind of make life a celebration. So every day celebrate. That's why we get dressed up every day. Like
Yes.
it's just part of like the way we want to live. So bringing that into homes and just bringing that color and funness to make people smile.
And I think people also, it inspires other people on their feed off it.
Yeah.
So they see you dressed really expressively or colorfully, and they're like, some people who just wear black, they're like, I would really like, that would be so cool if I could do that, or if I could express myself in that way. Same with homeware. It's like having these pieces that people suddenly are like, that would be so lovely in my space. It would make me feel so happy. And that's, it's really nice when people share those experiences with us. Like when they come to our Decorex and it's like, we just feel so happy seeing your pieces, and that's like quite a really good feeling.
So you've spoken to me before about this idea of maximalism, and I think it was, and so I think a lot of what I'm seeing here at Decorex is designers going in the opposite direction, more towards minimalism. But I've been thinking about this idea of curating using a specific number of pieces, a small number of pieces that I think it was Marie Kondo even who said that spark joy.
Yes.
And this idea of sparking joy in space, but also in what you wear.
Yes.
How would you give people advice to bring your pieces into their home in a way that's not going to intimidate them? Because I think a lot of people look at these colors and they're unsure of how to match it or where to place it. So what advice would you give people when they are choosing their own curation in their homes?
Maybe start small and get comfortable just seeing it in your space and see how it actually affects your mood. It can completely uplift you. So start small if you're a bit like wary of color, and as you become more confident and more comfortable with color, then you can start including bigger pieces.
And even having a more neutral backdrop, color walls, and then you have a statement pop of color. Not all our pieces are this colorful. We do have like some more neutrals. So I think it's about finding the pieces that kind of resonate with you and that you feel like this expresses me, or this is so me in a way. And then having those pieces, and then your space becomes like more your space. Yeah.
And also something that reflects your personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So do you have to be a maximalist?
No, not at all.
We personally,
That's us.
we can't have a world full of maximalists.
And we also feel like we, in a space, it doesn't have to be intense color everywhere. It's those like moments of it, and how you like put different tones of color, but you definitely don't have to be a full-on color. Like, it doesn't have to be that intense.
And also color pops against like plain neutral colors.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
it can be done in so many different ways.
Yes.
Yeah. I do get that sense looking at your stand design that you try to create almost a calmer backdrop
Yes.
to these pieces. And I think that represents the home and the sort of base of the palette.
Yes.
And then you really have these, extraordinary pops of color.
Yes.
How did you choose the flowers to use in your display?
Well, it all depends on what's available at the moment.
Yes.
So, you can have a plan, but it depends what the flower market has,
Yeah.
season. Just trying to. We like to combine different types of flowers, different shapes, different textures, and then just like mixing it all together.
Yeah. So we started with, because this vast collection is like blues, yellows, purples. So those were our like accent colors, and then filling in, with what we could source.
Oh, I love this idea of working with seasonality and, using what's available at that time to reduce the waste. But I also feel like even if there aren't any flowers in season, the vases by themselves represent that floral moment.
They look so beautiful, just like a sprig of like greenery. It doesn't need any flowers.
Yes.
Yes. So you're almost inverting the flower vase relationship.
Yes, exactly. Like the steel.
And it can also just be a sculpture piece.
Yeah.
Has anyone tried to put a candle in them?
I hope not.
Not that we know.
Okay, so you guys are sisters. You've grown up in a household which I think encourages design, encourages um, female entrepreneurship. You've learned how to grow your business together, and how is your relationship? How do you manage your relationship?
We both have a similar temperament or personality, so we are calmer, logical, so we don't have those types of clashes because we're similar. And I think communicating or sharing or talking to each other, not just about work but about life things, means we're on the same page and we like have an understanding of where the other one is at. So you're also sensitive to, and you understand that you don't have to really communicate. We know each other so well that we can tell by looks or simple things. Like we'll burst out laughing because we're thinking of the same thing without saying anything. And that obviously is really great in a working relationship because creatively we're on the same page. We excited about the same things. We want the same things. So that's really great for our business. Yeah,
It's very effortless.
yes.
Have you slipped into certain roles in your relationship? Is there one of you that is more of a designer and the other who's more of an admin, or do you share responsibilities?
When it comes to designing, we both work on every piece together. It's a very layered process. Like it's a back and forth. It's not even a back and forth. We're literally sitting next to each other and working on things together.
And I'll like hand over to her, she'll do something, I'll take it back. There isn't a you and me. I mean, yeah, there's just an us thing.
Love.
And then when it comes to the business side, I deal with more like finance, payment, invoicing, and then Rucita deals with all like marketing, social media. So yeah, in that way we do have our separate roles, but when it comes to designing, it's both of us. Yeah.
You're one team,
Yes.
but you play to each other's strengths. Yeah,
Yes,
I love that. You guys recently took part in a business accelerator program. What advice do you have for young designers who are interested in creating a product that they've always dreamed about making, but they're not sure how to launch it, where to launch it, who to talk to in terms of having it made, and how to get their name out there?
I think the first step is just starting. I think a lot of people have ideas in their mind, they don't know how to do things, how to approach it, but just to start, create a product, and then things will start unfolding and the pieces will start falling into place. But yeah, the important thing is to just get it off the ground. Yeah.
And also having mentors that have so much experience already, because I think there's so many people in industries that can guide you and give you advice. And also it's really good to have someone to look up to who you know has been successful in a particular journey. And it's very encouraging when you know that it's possible and you know that there are people who can support you and can give you advice and guide you. Let's go.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
It's been
you.
awesome chatting to you.
You
And
too.
I wish you all the best with your stand. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
And in the future, hopefully we'll be working together on a project soon. So see you there.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.